Far off, in a distant world, a group of characters brought to life have before them a prophecy they must fulfill. Many stories have been shared about them, and yet new authors have stepped forward. This world is meant to be a second chance for creativity and free expression, and yet the poet's license has been revoked as fiction becomes reality. Daniel as Zorro. Alex as Winnie the Pooh. Jen as Vanessa Helsing. Kayla as Alice. Taylor as Dr. John H. Watson, and Justin as your dungeon master. Will this litany of literary heroes be able to live up to their legends? Or better yet, can they write their own? So You Wanna Be a DM presents The Public Domain. Hey gang, and welcome back to another episode of The Public Domains. I'm Justin, I'll be your dungeon master for this series. Joining with me today are a group of literary legends. Say hi, everybody, and please let's introduce ourselves and who you're going to be playing today.
Right. Hi, everybody.
Hello, I am Alex, and I use she/they pronouns. I am going to be playing Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, everyone, I'm Jen. I'm going to be playing Vanessa Helsing. She/her pronouns, and you guys can find me on most platforms, Cancer Moon Cleric.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel. You can find me at Daniel the DM on TikTok and YouTube, and I'll be playing Zorro this evening, he/him pronouns.
Hey y'all, I'm Kayla. I am usually from the Potions and Potpourri podcast. You can find us on most of the social medias under that title. And I am playing Alice, she/her pronouns.
Hi everybody, I'm Taylor. I'm the other half of the So You Want to Be a DM podcast. And I will be playing Dr. John Watson, he/him pronouns.
Incredible. And I use they/them pronouns. Thank you guys for asking. So, let's get into it. They do show up on the overlay, but it is good to remind people. So, before we jump into this adventure again, obviously we're kicking off with combat. If you watched last episode, then you know, but let's do a little recap. We should have been there. Honestly, that's on you, chat. That's on you. But
literally,
I forgive you. All is forgiven. I love you again. We're best friends. Recap. Let's do it. Okay. Last episode, we met a group of mercenaries set forth on a fact-finding mission by King Arthur. It led them to Skull Island to fight a mighty gorilla who was guarding an even mightier treasure. A prophecy that mentioned destiny as well as 3 artifacts. The first of these items was discovered to be a magical library card, probably in the city of Brass where we find ourselves now. And a matchbook led the group to go looking to the Easy Speaker, a clandestine nightclub owned by one Dorian Gray. Inside this busy nightclub, we see Vanessa Helsing, monster hunter extraordinaire, conflicted with an affiliation with Dracula that she just can't seem to shake. There's Winnie the Pooh, a gentle, giant bear, plagued with loneliness and an unending hunger for honey and possibly friendship. Beside Pooh is Alice, the bard trained by several fantastical characters back in Wonderland, a tragic backstory fueling poetry and power. And Dr. John H. Watson, detective, consultant, investigative expert, club soda with lime kind of guy. With his owl familiar Sherlock, ready to get knee-deep in some mystery. Of which, we also have the masked vigilante, mask off at this moment, playboy aristocrat Alejandro de la Vega Freeman. But Alejandro is separated from his friends. He went off for a private chat with Dorian Gray in his study above the nightclub in the old jar factory. Alejandro coyly mentioned having one of the artifacts when Dorian Gray mentioned having spoken to King Arthur. He alleged that he's been dispatched to help your group. But when Dorian grew impatient, he brandished a saber to stab Alejandro with. And as Steel approaches the unmasked Zorro, his friends are about to receive incredibly well thought out drinks for everyone. Plus a club soda with lime. And that is where we pick up. So
Such a burn.
I didn't know.
Such a
just
club
maybe
soda
not
with
lie.
lime type of
I was
person.
ready to
I
go.
didn't know.
Yeah. Okay, so combat has essentially already kicked off. We rolled initiative pre-stream, so we have our initiatives and everything like that. Now, Dorian Gray does get a little bit of a jump. Zorro, you don't have anything that prevents. I know, like Vanessa has the alert feat; she cannot be surprised. But is that true for Zorro? Like, does Zorro have anything that would prevent this influx of stabby stabs?
I mean, I have reactions, but I don't have anything to stop surprise.
Okay. The lowest of those is a 12. I'm pretty sure a 12 misses. I have my little thing with your AC on it over here. I'm almost positive. Yeah, 12
Mine's
misses.
16.
The other 2 hit. That is going to just really quickly at the top. Again, you are in this study. It is a second. It has like a second level, which is actually where you came in. Like when you enter in, there's a set of stairs that goes down into the actual study, large carpet, desks and cabinets along the walls. And on the second floor, there's like even more bookshelves and stuff like that, but it doesn't look like it's necessarily a second floor in the fullest sense. It's really just like a walkway to get to other bookshelves and stuff. You're down there near the desk as you're talking to Dorian, and through a mixture of paranoia and impatience, Dorian Gray decides, let's not even beat around the bush. Let's just kill this guy and be done with it. And as he pulls out a fencing rapier, he so quickly, Zorro, there's a mirroredness in this interaction in you being able to sort of identify another swordsman in his skill. I also described a portrait that was being hung over the door to this study. But that being said, you're going to take 20 points of damage total. I'm adding it all up. So that's two out of 3 attacks hit. Pop, pop, in the back. And with that, we actually jump into combat. So at the start of initiative, we have Pooh. Pooh, it is your turn. You are downstairs inside of the actual easy speaker, sort of speakeasy, sort of 1920s sort of vibe here. You see a bunch of different interesting characters getting drinks and talking and dancing. The Three Musketeers, the borderline famous barbershop quartet, is performing on stage as a strange individual wearing a massive cape and like a suit, almost like a tuxedo, with one half of a mask, approaches you and hands you a drink, and just says, Zorro sent this to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
And as soon as you grab that, you read the little note that Zorro left. Everybody, Pooh, you have a quick flashback as you grab this drink that was given to you from a friend. It was thought of in terms of what to actually order. Your drink is different from other people's drinks. You have a memory of one of your closest friends, Christopher Robin. And you're in the Thousand Acre Woods, but it's different than it is now or most recently that you've been there. It's sunnier. It's brighter. You feel like a refreshing but cool wind blow through as you are talking to Christopher Robin in the woods near your home. And as the wind blows, you're holding onto a red balloon, like on a string. And the wind blows and it pops out of your hand for a moment, but Christopher Robin, being a little bit taller at this time at least, reaches up, grabs the balloon, and hands it to you. Hey, Pooh. I got that for you, buddy. There you go.
Oh, thank you, Christopher.
Of course, Pooh. Listen, I think it's really important that we try and help each other out whenever we can. You know? That's really what friends are. It's somebody who will help you out when you need help. Somebody who's there for you in your time of need.
More. That's why I always have Piglet help me get the honey.
I know you're very close with Piglet, Pooh.
Yes, that was a good friend.
He is a good friend. You know, Pooh, I hope that you're able to make lots of friends. I think you should feel brave. I think it's a brave pursuit to put yourself out there and make a friend.
Do you mean, Christopher?
You know, there's all different kinds of people in this world. Some people are going to embrace your kindness and reward it with more kindness. But there might be some others who aren't as nice, you know? But that's okay. That doesn't mean we need to be mean or stoop to their level or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Do you mean like Tigger when he gets too excited and jumps around too much?
A little bit like Tigger, yeah, but not exactly. The important thing, Pooh, is I just want you to always feel like you can continue to make more friends.
Of all the friends I need here, including you, Christopher.
I know, Pooh, but you never know. Maybe someday you'll have a whole new group of friends, and that is totally okay. And with that, you flash back. You're in the speakeasy, and you sense that one of your new friends, Alejandro/Zorro, is in danger.
I think one of our friends is in trouble. Vanessa? Watson? Where are you guys?
What's wrong?
I have a funny feeling in my tummy, but I think Zorro's in trouble.
Have you seen him? Do you see him?
No, I don't.
I just saw him pass with, I believe, the owner of this establishment over that way.
Is he here? I didn't think he came with us. I was wondering where he got off to.
Something tells me he's in trouble. We have to go check on him.
I'll say when Watson points out, I think I saw him going that way. Vanessa, with your like alert feet, where we'll flavor it as you do just barely remember seeing Alejandro speaking to a gentleman who you kind of like recognized and then like kind of were like, I don't know if I really know them. But in this moment, you're like, it all starts flooding back. The neurons are connecting and you're like, that's fucking Dorian Gray. And
Wait.
you kind of saw the direction of that he went in. So we'll say that effectively everyone who is not in the study, you know where it is, and you know that Zorro could or could not be in mortal danger.
Okay. We need to go find him right now. Let's upstairs. Let's go.
Let's go.
And we put our
Okay,
drinks
so
down.
Pooh.
And
I drink
That-
mine really fast.
Yeah.
Put it down.
Pooh is not going to waste this opportunity. They're just going to slam the honey whiskey down and just like slam it on the bar. They're still wearing their like little bee onesie with the little
Oh
like
my god.
booty with a thorn, and they're actually going to reach back out to the thorn, and it's going to like it's like pulling out of hammer space a little bit. Like they're just going to pull their glaive that's actually a part of the thorn and just pull it out of their little like booty and just
So cute.
pull it out.
I love
That's
it.
Incredible.
Happy
You
got a
pull
seat.
your you pull your glaive out and we'll say, I mean, that's like an object interaction that doesn't really
Okay,
cost
cool.
anything, but if you want to, it is at least 60 feet just to hit the door to the study, which means you would have to action dash, presumably. I don't know how much movement Pooh has exactly.
Pooh has 30 feet. So I
So
think,
then,
yeah, to get to the door, Pooh is going to go ahead and action dash and just, they're going to like slowly kind of shuffle because they're not a fast moving person. But likes to take their time when they step around. And so they're going to kind of like just traipse through, kind of like carefully, just like shuffle between people, get up to the door. And is the door open or closed at this moment?
it's closed.
Okay. I'm assuming they can't see through.
No, I mean, it's a solid two double doors, solid wood.
Okay, I think the concern is enough that Pooh is going to action surge.
Okay.
And then would it be an action or bonus action to open this door?
I'll say make a investigation check first for free. No action economy.
An 18.
The door is locked. Old Dorian Gray seemed to have sneakily locked the door behind him when he entered the study.
Is there a keyhole that Pooh can see through?
Yeah, I'll say that there's a keyhole. Sure.
Okay. Then if that's the case, Pooh is gonna look through the keyhole and Misty step inside.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well played. Well played. Touche. Yes.
My brain
I
expanded
will allow you
on
to
that
use
play.
these abilities.
Oh my god.
Incredible. That was a really good one.
Thank you.
So, 100%. You rush up. You like jiggle the door handle. It's clearly locked. You bend down, look through the peephole. What does your Misty Step look like?
I mean, it looks like Pooh just turns into a tiny little bee and just like shoots right through and then
Incredible.
blows back
I love
up.
that. Okay. Brilliant. So kind of like an Ant-Man moment of like sprinting towards the door, turning into a little and going big again. Okay, awesome. So your token is on the map. We'll say when you're on the other side of the door, you're effectively like here where I've put your token, if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So now you could put yourself up to 30 feet away, but keep in mind there is like stairs there. So like there's only so much you can see through the keyhole, if you can imagine. Like you can't see to the bottom of the stairs or like incredibly far, but like you could easily pop out like, yeah, about halfway down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll do the halfway mark then. That seems reasonable. And if I'm assuming there's a drop that they might have to.
Yeah, but it's not enough to like
Okay,
do
cool.
damage or anything. You're fine. Incredible. Pooh is in the room. Incredible. Alejandro / Zorro, you see as you are like stabbed a couple times incredibly swiftly, you see one of your friends immediately teleport through the door and come to your aid, as it
Hey,
were.
buddy, perfect timing as gallons of blood are pouring out of me because I'm at half health.
Jesus.
They're just pouring out. Hey, buddy, good to see you.
Oh, poor friend. I'll be right there in a second. Okay, so they still have an action because the action surged.
Yes, you do.
So, how do I want to do this?
And
I've
then
already
Vanessa, you're on
used
deck.
now.
Just so you know.
Okay. How? I don't know. There's no like throwing property with the glaive, unfortunately.
No, not specifically. I mean, if you wanted to throw it, I'd be fine with it.
Because Pooh technically has a longbow, but I don't know how you want to like rule changing the weapons or stuff. But
I'm pretty lax with it. But I mean, if you want to throw the glaive, you're more than welcome to. It would only mean that you would have to go pick it up, hit or miss.
no, I think they're gonna be a little rational here. They're gonna get the longbow out. They think to throw it for a second, but then they look at the situation. They're like, this. And they're gonna get their big longbow out, and it's just they're gonna just go ahead and pop 2 shots off.
Okay. Go for it. Roll for those attacks.
The first one is gonna be a 21.
21 hits.
The second one is a 13.
13 will miss.
Okay.
As you quickly switch weapons and fire 2 arrows off at Dorian Gray. One sticks into his chest, like right under his clavicle, like in what you would imagine. He's not wearing like the heaviest of armors or anything like that. At first glance, like probably some kind of light, at most medium armor, but it's hard to say. He's wearing some clothes over it and stuff. And then as he takes this arrow, the strange thing is, and Zorro, you would probably see this too, just being so close. You don't see any blood come from it. He barely even reacts. It just sticks into him and he stays focused. He looks off to you, Pooh, after it sinks into his chest. And he says, "Well, what do we have here? That's a big ass bear. All right."
My name's Winnie the Pooh, and I'm going to fuck you up for hurting my friend.
That's so good.
That's
Nice.
fair.
with you.
That was 4 damage, and that's my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, with that 4 damage, it doesn't look like he's taking damage.
Hmm.
Something is going on. But that is Pooh's turn. We move on to Vanessa.
Okay.
Vanessa, as your blood hunter instincts kick in, you know that one of your companions, one of your friends is in danger. Pooh has already ran off in the direction that you know Zorro is. You can't help but for a moment think back. And think back to the very first time that Vanessa Helsing transformed, that went through her transformation. Because the way most blood hunters work is it's the idea that it's like, oh, if you want to hunt the monster, you need to become the monster. Like, that's kind of where the blood hunter comes from. But you're not necessarily hunting werewolves or anything, any lichens or anything like that. So describe to me what you think Vanessa's first time, like, sort of hulking out was like, as you have this flashback very quickly before your actual turn kicks off.
So I think with her situation, it's different. She didn't do that to fit in with the blood hunters. She was afflicted before it happened, because which is why her love-hate relationship with Dracula is so crazy, because her little village, her family, she was happy. She was just enjoying living life. And the village came into the middle of Dracula lichen war, and she was bitten that night, and then Dracula did his thing. But I think the next full moon, she would have been alone. She would have been confused, sad, and scared, and then angry. Just a young girl transforming, hating everybody for what happened to her.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, incredible. Do you think that in that first like couple transformations, when this was like new to you, do you think that you had less control? That it was
100%.
more like bestial?
Yeah, no.
As opposed to now?
She intentionally isolated herself, knowing the destruction that the lichen can cause, and she did not want to be a part of that. So, she would spend, the better part of the month looking for a secluded place out in the woods, barricade herself in to try to not hurt people. But it was completely out of her control. It was a blind rage.
Yeah. Okay. Roger that. And with that sort of memory of that blind rage, you snap back to trying not to do a rap lyric. You snap back to the present.
I was thinking it so hard.
Yeah. And it is your turn.
So with that
same
memory,
thing, 60 feet away.
Okay, with that memory not far from her mind, she's going to bonus action transform into her hybrid lichen self. And then she will have the additional 10 feet to her movement. And so she's going to dash to the door. And let's see, dash is an action. She bonus action, she moved. And then she's going to get ready to break the door down.
Incredible. What does your transformation look like?
So her transformation, because it's a hybrid transformation, her limbs, she gets a little bit taller. She gets her ears get a little bit more pointed, but she doesn't fully wolf out. So her teeth sharpen a little bit. Her eyes glow yellow. Her fingers elongate. But that's about it. She doesn't do the full wolf transformation.
Got it. Okay, incredible. Yeah, you guys see Watson and Alice. You guys see Vanessa transform. You probably would have seen this at least once in all your travels together and stuff like that. And rushes off in the direction Pooh went. So you are now outside of the door. You probably still have a little bit of movement left, but the door is closed and locked in front of you. Right. That's your action, bonus action, most of your movement. Anything else that I'm missing?
No.
Okay. Just checking. All right. After Vanessa is Dorian's turn. Dorian is gonna... What's he gonna do?
What if he didn't?
Give up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You have one ally. I give up. One person teleported past my secret. No, unfortunately, he's not going to do that. What he is going to do, however, is he is going to summon some allies. He's gonna essentially he looks at you, Zorro, and Pooh, and he says, "Oh, so you got friends? That's all right. I got some friends of my own." And he kind of like wisps his hand around, and you see just like all of these tomes, all of these like dusty relics around all of the place. You see the dust specifically begin to pick up, and it sort of coalesces in several different forms around the room as several, what are they called? Dust methods appear.
Oh, because the books are
Because
dusty.
it's a dusty old.
A
And
But Justin, that's so many.
that's Dorian's turn.
maybe.
Wow.
Oh,
Zorro,
Oh.
that
Oh boy.
is your turn. Now, before you do anything,
Right.
here's what happens. You feel your sword, your hex blade specifically,
Mhm.
like vibrating. It's like so full of energy that it is starting to almost hum on your side. And you hear in your mind first you hear the voice of your mother, the previous holder of the hex blade. That's right? I'm not getting that part of the backstory wrong?
Oh, that's
Nailed it. Okay, perfect. Just making sure. I was like, I'm 95% sure.
Mom.
My mom. You're still alive. What the hell?
Whose character sheet
No.
are you reading?
Sorry. Dracula, right? No. You hear first the voice of your mother in your mind saying, "Ay, Dios mío. This fucking guy, he stabbed you what, in the back? Like this? No honor, this man. Cut him down where he stands." And then you hear several other voices, like past iterations of the Hexblade owner. Like in a very like Avatar The Last Airbender moment, you're like hearing the past lives that have attuned to this blade, the past holders of it, encouraging you and sort of hyping you up in this moment, just bad-mouthing Dorian Gray and encouraging you to do what's necessary. It is your turn.
Awesome. If only it didn't take an action to summon my blade. Let's see here. So in that moment, I kind of stumble forward to Dorian, and I let's see here. And I just, my irises begin to turn purple, and I just say, "No honor at all." And I will cast Misty Step. And Misty Step to right next to Pooh. I believe that's 30 feet.
You are correct. Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome. So I will get there and walk to the top of the steps, and then I will...
Zorro, you see that as soon as you begin casting a spell, Dorian Gray has the Mage Slayer feat and immediately tries to stab out at you and misses.
Okay. And then would lock picking the door be an action?
What door?
Oh wait, did
The door you Misty Step through.
I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
say,
I thought Vanessa broke it open.
not yet.
no,
It's
she was
Not yet,
going
not
to
yet.
on the next turn, but she had to use her action to get there. I know, it's conveniently 60 feet away. It's so annoying. Absolutely, yeah. It would be. You could use your action for sure.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to do that. Instead, I will fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the top of the stairs from at
Okay.
Dorian.
All right, cool.
See, that first one is going to be a... Trying to find my spells. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
And then the second one will be a 24 to hit.
24 will also hit.
No. So that's going to be 23 points of force damage if he takes damage.
23. Unfortunately, he does not. However, I want to hear what your... Because I think this is the first time you've Eldritch Blasted. Past tense.
Yeah. So
talk
what
to-
it looks
talk to
like
us about
there is an ethereal glow in my hand as a revolver appears, like almost this mix of like a modern / cattleman revolver, and it only has 2 rounds in the chamber, and I fire both of them, and it shoots out a little purple beam with a bullet inside of it as I summon out of thin air my revolver.
That's sick.
Incredible. As
Coolest
you...
Eldritch Blast I've ever heard.
It's so cool. There's like a very specific Jujutsu Kaisen thing I'm thinking of right now. But as you create these Eldritch bullets and fire them from this special gun, you see truly Dorian take the hits. You see like his clothing is taking the damage. Like you're seeing holes where you're hitting him. But you're not seeing any damage on his actual like flesh. Mick and Pooh, I'm gonna let you do this too because I didn't do this for you either. Let me have both of you make Arcana checks.
Okay, I got a 10.
10. Something's going on.
This is the work of bad honey.
I got 13.
13. Something magical is going on.
Mm.
You can tell he's not taking the damage.
Okay.
And he should.
Well, that ends my turn.
All right. After Zorro, we have Alice with Watson on deck. Alice,
Yes.
you have a little flashback.
Do I?
In this flashback, as you are brought a drink by Eric, the Phantom of the Opera.
Eric.
This drink, it's Eric with a K. This drink is for you. It's for he has trouble talking. The mask is too close to his mouth. You have a quick flashback because you're like seeing your friends, seeing Vanessa transform. They're all running off in this direction to look for your friend who is like whereabouts unknown, status unknown. You begin to feel a small amount of like stress or like pressure inside, and you can't help but have a quick flashback to a roaring house fire.
Oh shit.
And in this house fire, smoke has begun to fill the rooms. Do you think, where are you in this house? Do you think that you're with your sisters or looking for them or?
I think trying to get downstairs from one of the upstairs bedrooms and just being like choked with smoke.
Yeah.
Because all the smoke is billowing up.
As you are beginning to choke and your lungs are on fire just from the heat of everything, your like eyes begin to burn. You're like using whatever you can to cover your mouth and making your way through the house as best you can. You hear voices. You hear some shouts and screams. You are able to recognize most of them. You're able to hear the voices of your sisters just outside. You know that they've made it. They made it outside of the house.
Okay.
But then you hear another voice. And it's one of those things where like it's almost like a repressed memory or something like that. Like you don't remember hearing this voice until this moment. It's maybe it was just a small detail and you just simply forgot it or didn't notice it or who knows. But in this moment, as you just are about to find escape, you hear from inside the inferno, you hear a voice laughing a little bit. And they say, well, I guess we burned the roof down.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh because it's so serious, but that's a great voice.
Thank you. And you come out of the flashback. It is your turn.
Oh man, I'm like a verge of a panic attack after that because that was so sudden. Like sweaty, breathing hard. I just look at Doc Watson since he's the only one kind of left in this area, and I
Like
just
club
like
soda.
I down my mead, and I look at you and I say, what should I say? I'm like, always speak your truth and do what's right. I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration since you're up next. That's my bonus action, and then I'm gonna take just like 1 or 2 steps forward, but I'm gonna say, Vanessa, you should probably get out of the way, even though I know it's too late for her to actually get out of the way, and I will try and cast Shatter on the door and see if I can get the door to open with Shatter.
Okay,
So
cool,
I think
cool,
I'll have to make a
cool.
con
Because
save,
the range
Jen.
on Shatter is that works perfectly.
Yeah.
Incredible. I don't know if doors get saving throws. It doesn't matter. It would have
I
failed.
think it would fail automatically.
Yeah. Now I could have you roll damage, but let's just say the door is destroyed.
Well, I think Jen would need to make
That's
a con
easier.
save because it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
I think 10-foot radius sphere. Let's not do that. Let's just say that you're able to sort of like working with Vanessa, able to sort of move her out of the way. She can take a 2-step foot backwards. You can cast the spell so that it kind of originates, even though it's like within sight. You can kind of cast it on the other side of the door. We'll make it work. That's fine.
Sick. Okay, so I cast Shatter. Fuck yeah.
Incredible. As you cast Shatter, what does it look like when you're casting the spell?
So the component is like a shard of mica. So I think I actually take this little like shard of mica out, and I almost use it like a tuning fork, and I just like hit it on something metal, and it's just like this pulse against the door that shatters it open.
Incredible. Yeah, we see the shock waves formed from the hitting of this mica as the door just like starts to vibrate slightly and then just explodes into like millions of little tiny splinters, and just Pooh and Zorro, the back of you, like both of you almost need to like check your footing as like this massive shockwave comes from behind you as the door is blown off its hinges, and you see Vanessa and Alice standing there. Alice, technically you would be 30 feet behind the door.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's 60 feet to the door, but you have that's a ranged spell, so that's pretty easy to
Yeah, my range
hit
is
nonetheless.
60 feet, but I would move up to
you're
at
fine.
least 30 feet with my movement.
For sure. Yeah, because you got to at least get out of like the bar area and start heading towards the thing anyway. But incredible. That's your movement action, bonus action.
All right.
Dr. Watson.
Yeah.
As you're drinking this freaking ice cold club soda with lime, you begin having one of your Dr. Watson moments as you, in a fraction of a second, enter your mind palace. Dr. Watson, what does your mind palace look like? Easily could have texted you this question a couple days ago.
Right, yeah.
Prepare.
That's fine.
I didn't.
I'm on it. I'm on
Now.
it. You want it? It's no problem. No problem. I got it. The Mind Palace itself is an internal representation of his like apartment, which is of course 112A Miller Street. And
the Sherlock fans will get it.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
yeah. And yeah, so like in his like study, he has like all these books, but the books themselves like are kind of representations of knowledge. So like one book might have all of his knowledge on like different wines or something like that, and then another book would have all of his knowledge of any kind of, just pick a topic, and he's got a book on it that he can open up.
Incredible. You're in this mind palace. Looks like your apartment. You're seeing all the different books on the shelves around you. There's one book that seems to stand out in a weird way, like just like this weird like itching on the back of your skull, just to kind of point you in a direction almost. And on the spine of this book, it simply says a last name: Moriarty. And you pull the book. As you begin leafing through the pages, you are reminded of your past run-ins with Moriarty. Now, in this version of the public domains and all that kind of stuff, it is Kim Moriarty.
Okay.
Because normally it's James Moriarty, James, Jim, Kim. That's how I got there.
Cool.
Behind the scenes. So Kim Moriarty. You're thinking of your run-ins with her in the past, and she's a big planner. She's a schemer, right? 100%. She's never the type to do like a one step of a plan or like a very simple, superficial plan or anything like that. Everything has connections. They're deep. There's red string everywhere. You do know, based on recent stuff that you've done in regards with Moriarty, that it did seem like she was assembling a team, if you were. Like if she was trying to put together a strike force comparable to what you guys are. Okay. There's like little things. You're just now putting all of that together. Like there was little things of like, oh, why was she in this part of the public domains? Like that's very strange. It doesn't make sense for her to be there. There's not much
unless
to gain.
She was trying
why
to
was she over here? Recruit or find talent and that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's like all these strange connections that now make sense in this moment. And with that,
is it because of Dorian?
A big part of it has to do, not necessarily Dorian, but with the easy speaker.
Okay.
A clue comes up where there's mention of a roving nightclub, and it kind of things click.
Okay, I gotcha.
But that flashback ends.
Got it.
And you are set to go. Cool.
I'm gonna try to pound my club soda with lime, but it's carbonated and it hurts. So I put it down. And then I'm going to do a full dash up to the door. And now that it's gone, I was gonna look through the peephole and be all cool like Pooh, but instead, I'm just going to just Misty step up next to Pooh, and I'm going to turn to Pooh and Zorro and go, well, once more into the fray, my friends, right? And pull out my sword and shield and get ready to go to work.
Hell yeah.
I did better myself.
Incredible. So that is your action to dash, all your movement, bonus action, Misty step. You're right next to Pooh on the stairs, ready to go. You see the place around you. You see these dust mephits, these elementals, these small like gremlin, long hook nose and like pointy ears, like almost like an elf, but they go significantly too long. Strange little wings. They're flapping. You see like around them is just a tiny aura of dust and like almost like sand, like all around them. After Watson's turn, it is the Mephits who are going to descend. So we'll get one down over here. We'll get one over here. We'll get one over here. Zorro, you moved, did you not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did I not move my token?
You sure didn't.
Oh, my bad.
Sure didn't.
Be like probably somewhere behind me above the stairs, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, you definitely said that you moved.
Yeah, I teleported up
to the top of the stairs.
Basically at the door was where I was at.
Right.
And then I got smashed in on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you used your movement.
Who has tetanus now? Tinnitus, I mean. I got tetanus.
Shattering doors is really bad for your ears. Like, really
yeah, it's not great.
What?
Oh,
all right. Are you having trouble moving your token?
Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me interact with it.
It's cool. I'm going to fix that real quick. How about now?
Hey, that's me.
Bingo, bango.
Okay.
Solved.
Not yet.
You are. I have your token in the upper left-hand corner, kind of, because you're technically like beyond the door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where Alice is. Okay, cool. Bingo. Then this guy will come here instead. This one will come here. And this one will use a dash to get there. This one will use a dash as well. Yeah. Let's dash. If we're going to dash, let's do it all the freaking way. Okay. Here is what I need. I need 3 Oh boy. I need 3 dexterity saving throws from Watson and Pooh.
Okay.
So that's 3. Same thing. Dex, just over and over.
Okay.
As you see these 3
you
methods.
get a bonus to your saving throws because you'll get a +4 to all your saving throws.
Oh, yes.
That will make it +6. That's a 9. That's a 20. And that's a 10.
Watson, that's a 10-foot aura, right? That's paladin stuff?
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm.
That's some paladin shit.
First one is a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. 7 and 4 is 11.
11. Okay.
That's a 18
All right.
and a nat 20.
Okay. And then can I have 1 from Zorro, 1 dex save from Zorro, 1 dex save from Vanessa?
A 6.
Oh, a 12.
Mm.
First of all.
I'm not making it to round 2.
Okay. You're going to be okay.
What did you get, Daniel?
I got a 6. Yeah.
Okay. Roger that. Okay. Fantastic. So, Pooh, did you get any that were under 11? 10 or under?
I got one that was a nat 20, and that was it.
Okay. So Pooh and Zorro are blinded as these dust mephits exhale 15-foot cones of blinding dust spray out of their mouths, and you just get dust in your eyes and cannot see for the time being. As such, you can make the saving throws at the ends of your turns again, but unfortunately for the time being, the 2 of you are blinded. No one else is affected. That is the mephit's turn. We go back to the top with Winnie the Pooh. Now, Winnie the Pooh, you fully know that there are flying creatures near you. You can still make attacks on them. Of course, it will be with disadvantage, but you still can make attacks on them.
Oh, there's dust in
as
my
they fly
suit.
around. God bless you.
Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, God. My bee suit. Oh, no.
Bee suit.
Okay. Question. This one's a little bit of a shenanigans.
I
So-
expect nothing less.
The blinding effect is caused by dust, correct?
This is correct.
So, therefore, would this just not be remedied by a simple prestidigitation?
It would not be solved by a simple prestidigitation, unfortunately.
Dang. Very clever. Very
tried.
clever,
I
Pooh.
tried.
Mhm.
Very, very clever.
Okay, in that case, Pooh is, I mean, if we're going to be summoning friends, Pooh can play at this game. They're going to rummage around, and I think going back to that, like, flashback of Christopher Robin talking about friends, it pings in their head that besides just their immediate friends around them, they still have other friends with them. And they're going to reach around in their little, like, it's kind of like at this point, like a little, like, hammer space fanny pack, this little, like, little bumblebee butt thing behind them. Reach in, and they're going to pull out a little toy figurine of Eeyore. And
Incredible.
they're going to pet on it and be like, "Oh, Eeyore, I need you now more than ever, buddy." And they're going to activate a figurine of wondrous power.
That's right. You
Oh.
do have this. Amazing.
I don't know if
and
I need to
what
summon
is-
all. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, what are you summoning?
So this figurine of wondrous power is technically the ivory goat, but I'm flavoring this as Eeyore. So it's gonna be 3 different little Eeyores, that all have different effects. So there's the Eeyore of travel, which can be used the same as a riding horse. There's the Eeyore of travail, which is, for all intent and purpose, a giant goat. But the one I'm looking for in particular is the Eeyore of terror,
Yes, of course.
which becomes a giant goat for up to 3 hours. It cannot attack, but I can remove the thumbtacks on Eeyore's butt to become weapons.
Whoa.
Absolutely. You may do this.
One
Sick.
becomes a lance +1, and the other becomes a longsword +2.
That's so sick.
Really good.
So I believe
Incredible. So yeah, it does say it takes an action to remove a weapon,
but is it
to remove one of the
summon it?
horns. However, it also, any creature hostile to you that starts its turn in the aura, which it is a 30-foot radius aura.
Oh.
Goodness gracious. Let me just find a random token. How about this freaking platypus guy? That's as close to Eeyore as we're going to get.
We know who that is.
30-foot radius. We're going to change it to blue. I'm going to make it so that... Actually, you guys don't need to see it. I just need to see it, really. Okay, that's a massive radius. Okay, cool. Okay, and then here, I'll make it so you can move him. But, okay, you have... As you pull out this figurine of Wondrous Power and toss it down, you see it change and sort of come to life as Eeyore is standing there before you on the stairs and says to you, "Well, hello, Pooh. Sorry I couldn't be here faster."
Oh, it's okay. You're here now. That's what matters.
I guess. Incredible.
Oh, actually, would all three? I know it's actually. I said specifically. I'm looking for Eeyore of Terror. Okay, cool. That was an action to summon Eeyore. I'm gonna do something really tricky here, and I'm going to move in front of Watson, which I think will provoke attack of opportunity.
It will. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And another 21.
So for the viewers at home, the only armor that Pooh has got is a breastplate that rests right above his navel with no pants. AC of 17 at best.
That's 10 points of damage as both Mephits get a claw attack on you as you get out of their area. And because you're blinded, they get advantage, which is truly the only way they hit.
It's the only way to hit. Okay, well, for a bonus action, then Pooh is going to Second Wind, which is a
Incredible.
D10 plus 8.
Yep.
They're gonna get the health back.
Okay, incredible. You steel yourself and get some healing into your bare body after taking a couple hits and stuff like that. And then at the end of your turn, you can remake that saving throw.
Oh, fantastic.
Dexterity.
All three of them? Or just the two that I failed?
It's really like the first one affects you and then the second one kind of doesn't have an effect. So I would say
Okay.
It's truly only like one is actually affecting you.
Good to know, because I rolled a 21.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you're no longer blinded.
Oh, there you are, Eeyore.
Sorry. Incredible. Pooh. After your turn, Vanessa, that is your turn.
Okay, so what is Zorro doing right now? Like, if Vanessa looked over at Zorro, what would she see?
Blood.
A man dying and blind.
That's
about
rough,
it.
buddy.
It's really rough,
Just-
buddy.
Literally can't do anything.
Vanessa's gonna move over to him. I'll take the attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, it's just 2.
I mean, I'll be all right. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
You said you weren't gonna
the-
survive another round.
Yeah, probably won't, but I'll figure it out. That's what Zorro's supposed to do.
I got you.
You gotta improvise.
Give me
All
those.
right. Vanessa, 1 hits.
Okay.
1 misses, 1 hits. That is 7 points of damage.
She takes it. She eats it. Just whatever. And then she's gonna go do healing hands on Zorro
Oh, who's touching me?
for 8
Okay.
hit points, and then she's just going to turn back around and get ready to fight off the other 2 that she left. Movement action. Oh, and then as a bonus action, you'll see that her hands ignite and are now on fire as she activates Crimson Rite of the Flame.
Incredible.
So fucking
Hell yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. As your hands and claws ignite with rageful fire before putting them on fire, touching Zorro and healing, and then lighting them on fire. After Vanessa is Dorian. Now Dorian starts his turn outside of the Goat of Terror space, so doesn't have to worry about that thing.
What a funny
You're
Is going to get red box though, and is going to make some attacks. So first attack on Pooh. Pooh's done a ton of shit so far. Let's attack Pooh right off the bat. He is flanking too. Look at that. We love flanking, gang.
We're playing flanking?
Yeah, we played flanking during the
Did we?
one shot.
I remember you telling me about it in session 0.
Never mind.
Yeah,
For-
flanking is the
Forget
thing.
I exist. I'm gonna just.
Okay.
We don't want that.
Oh, we flanking? Okay.
We flanking.
No, we flanking.
Pooh, that first attack misses. Second attack will hit. I need you to make a strength saving throw as he pulls out he has his rapier, rushes up the stairs, does one quick jab, misses. The second jab, he's going straight for your unarmored ankles.
Bro.
Pooh doesn't skip leg day. They got a 17.
Incredible. A 17 saves.
Thank God.
So then we add...
The blade shatters against the ankle.
You are going to take 20 points of damage.
Oh, not okay.
And then he will... This is funny because I know that Watson can fly. He'll do his next attack at Watson. He does not have advantage. That probably will still hit 22.
Yeah.
Also, I get
Okay.
sentinel attack, so I get to do an attack on
Yes, you do.
Dorian.
Absolutely. In the meantime, Watson, I need a strength saving throw.
If you insist.
Certainly do.
Certainly do. 22.
22 succeeds. Okay.
Does it 23 hit?
23 does hit.
Okay, I'm going to do an unarmed strike to grapple Dorian.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, fantastic. How does that work? I think grapples are contested.
Mm-hmm. My DC is
Contested.
16, apparently.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, Pooh, that is a 28. As this guy is incredibly nimble and acrobatic, and manages to squeeze out of your mighty paws, and then deals another that third blow to Watson. You make the save. You are not pushed, but you do take 13 points of damage. And that's all he's gonna do. Okay, Zorro, that is your turn.
Blinded, bleeding out. Blinded and bleeding out, Zorro is going to stumble forward and go, my, Vanessa, what big hands you have. And then is going to put one hand on the method in front of me. That's how you pronounce it?
Mm-hmm.
And then, and is going to cast Eldritch Blast, but go full John Wick, and is just going to do some close quarters firing. It's already a disadvantage, so might as well do
Might
it
as
up
well.
close.
Hell yeah.
And then as that's happening, he's going to bonus action, use his cunning action to disengage, and then is going to go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet this way.
Okay.
So I will make those two attacks at disadvantage.
Zorro doesn't look like Zorro right now, does he?
No, I drew a picture of it. I need to put it
Alejandro.
in the chat of what
Ooh, let's see
Alejandro
it.
is looking like right now.
How is everybody like dealing with this? Like,
Seeing this suave young man
I've been
with long curly
confused.
hair.
Alice has been confused since we were talking about it at the bar, because you guys said that Zorro was here, but we haven't seen
Well-
Zorro today.
Right. Pooh had a feeling, and
It
then
was
we
a
saw
nat
Dorian.
20.
And Doc Watson figured it out, but I don't know if he told us or not.
She's like, Vanessa's like, who is this guy? Like, I'm gonna try to help him, but you don't know me.
So the first one's gonna be a 22 to hit at disadvantage,
That'll hit.
and then the second one
Red.
is that's a 15 to hit at disadvantage.
That'll hit.
Okay. First beam is gonna do 11 points of force damage,
Okay.
and then the second beam is gonna do 9 points of force damage.
9 points. Yeah, you take out that method.
Nice. And then I have to make my dexterity saving throw. That is a 15.
Incredible. 15. You're good to go. No longer blinded. That brings us to Alice. I'm just going to run to the restroom so fast. This coffee is destroying my life. So let's just, Alice, think about what you want to do. I'll be back so fast.
I know what I want to do. I'm prepared. Yeah, Doc Watson, do you think that you told us about... Did we establish that or
I
not?
did. So Pooh said Zorro's in trouble, and then I
Yeah,
said I
right.
think I saw him go that way.
Yeah, I heard that.
I feel like Watson has known this whole time
Yes, I think
that
so too.
Zorro and Alejandro are the same person. I think that now that there's mortal peril involved, that it's time to drop the facade. And, and so I was just, I think I'll probably say something after the fact to Zorro, but like for right now, I just kind of already knew who it was. Like I clocked Alejandro as soon as he came in the building. Like, oh yeah, he's over there.
Makes sense. I have decent wisdom intelligence. I guess I would have put it together by now, especially after seeing like some of your abilities and stuff, Zorro, that I recognized. Okay, Justin.
Okay.
I'm going
Yes.
to come into the room and go on this top level to the right, like on the banister here. Here, if it'll let me click.
Yeah,
Just
we can do that.
So, thank you. There we go. And I'm going to point my finger at Dorian, and I would like to cast True Strike, please. So I get to know a weakness, an insight into
Oh,
their
incredible.
defense.
Oh, fun. This is a good way to introduce this. Okay.
Yeah, great.
You know, because he doesn't have any like traditional weaknesses. He's not vulnerable to any types of damage or anything like that. You do know that Dorian Gray is in possession of a insanely rare and legendary artifact that prevents him from both aging or taking damage.
Any kind of damage? Or do I
Any
know that?
damage currently.
What's his damage?
And it needs
What's
to
his
be
deal?
it needs to be destroyed in order for him to even start taking damage. He right now is at 100% health.
Damn.
Now, I will also now on top of that, roll an Arcana check.
Love to. Hold on, it's gonna take me a second to get there. I have my sheet all condensed. Okay. 15.
15. There comes a moment in your mind, another like mini flashback kind of situation where like you think back to training with the Pied Piper with Felipe.
Yeah.
And as he's sort of talking to you, you guys are going back and forth doing bard training, going note for note. And during a little break, he says to you, "You know, Alice, there are all kinds of crazy magical items out there. And sometimes they can keep you forever young. Sometimes they... Exactly. That is what we are doing. We are bards. We sing and we dance. But know this. There are very rare magical items out there that will act as a conduit. You see, when the individual takes the damage, instead, The magical item takes the damage, keeping them almost invulnerable, practically invincible. Huge weakness. The magic item, if destroyed, will sort of, fuck that person up. And with that, you flash back.
Okay, and for my bonus action, I will give it to Pooh. I just play a little like jingle on my tambourine.
Incredible.
Pooh just starts shaking.
What's
their
your
tongue in their
inspiration
booty.
It's just an 8 for now.
Roger that. Okay, incredible. Alice, you get this incredibly important piece of information. Do you share it with the group?
I don't think I would yell it out loud. There's really nobody close to me. I think maybe as like part of my inspiration, I just kind of make up a little like rhyming couplet. Something about how magic can absorb damage, and damage needs to be done in order to sway the magic, and let them figure it out amongst themselves.
Okay, incredible. All right. After Alice is Dr. Watson. That is
Right.
your turn.
So these little dust methods have got to go. It's getting all over my clothes. Trying to get all the dust off. And then I'm going to say, all right, done with it. And then his eyes are going to glow real bright, like white. And then his whole body glows for a second. And he like puts his hands down and a big wave expands. And I'm going to cast Abjure. Abjure the Extraplanar. So, as an action, it's any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend within 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw or be turned.
Incredible. Incredible. And what happens while I check your radius? I think
I should be able to get all the
because
methods.
it's just that one.
Yeah.
It's 20. Yep.
Okay. So,
and what happens if they get turned?
same as turn undead. They're frightened of me for a minute, and they have to spend their whole action running away.
Roger that. What's the DC?
15.
So I can do this. 15? Okay, cool. Hey, 16. Hey, 16. Wow. They get a +0, so this is pretty easy to figure out. Fail. Succeed. Wow. It goes out of the 6 that are left, it goes half and half.
Cool.
Which is truly remarkable. Here, I'll put this like broken heart symbol. Turned.
Nice.
Turned. You got green, blue, and yellow.
Oh yeah. All right.
What does that look? I mean, you told us what it looks like. What are the methods feeling? Like, what are they? Is it just like this energy that comes off of you, and they're just like, fuck this guy?
It's kind of like just a force of like they're not supposed to be on this plane, so it's almost like it's trying to rip them back to the elemental plane that they came from.
Hell yeah. I love that. Okay, cool. As this shockwave rips out, you see several of the methods begin to almost like their bodies are made of dust, and it starts to lose its like constitution. Like it's almost like its tangibility is starting to fall apart as it starts to like crumble in on itself. Incredible. That is your action, Watson. Anything else?
Oh yeah. I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to cast Branding Smite. So it's ready to go for next turn. I think I'm gonna try to spread out not a whole lot, but I think 5 feet.
There's a thumbtack with your name on it.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, so you just move a little bit.
Wait, can I take the thumbtacks too?
It takes an action to take one of the horns. But
interesting.
technically anybody can take it. Yeah, there's a +1 lance is 1 horn, and then another horn thumbtacks. But yeah, there's 2 separate thumbtacks. One is a +1 lance, and one is a +2 longsword. But it does take an action to equip that.
Right.
So
Right. Okay. Good to know.
Okay. At the end of Dr. Watson's turn, it goes back to the methods. Now, the 3 Mephits who are turned, they have to use their action to dash, right? And just dip. Okay. That means it would be bingo. It'd be like 15 or 20 feet there. And then pretty much like fucking here. I'm just gonna put them like off the map, but keep them on the map, like in the weird case that something happens. But they're essentially gone for all intents and purposes. As you see these 3 that are beginning to like fold in on themselves, and like they're like the tips of their nose like completely disintegrates off as like the whatever magic keeps their dust bodies together seems to be losing out, and they're like falling apart. They flee. They fully sprint out and are running away. Does anyone take attacks of opportunity on them as they run?
Who can? Can all of us?
Don't do it. If they take damage, it breaks.
No.
Great question. Vanessa, you could take a... I absolutely do that.
I see you, Justin. See you trying to trick us.
Vanessa knows that. She fought with Watson before, right?
I tried. Yeah, you guys would probably know that. Okay, so anyway, no one takes attacks of opportunities. Drats. Foiled again. And so the remaining 3 unfortunately failed or didn't, fail is a strong word, but they did not recharge their breath weapons. And so one is going to come over here with Alice. One will boop, boop, boop. What are we gonna do? Boop and boop. Incredible. Okay, we're gonna make some attacks. Attack on Alice. 12. Attack on Vanessa is a 17.
Hits.
An attack on Watson. That's a 12. That misses also. Okay, so only the one on Vanessa hits. That's 4 points of damage as it claws out at you.
Fine.
Devastating.
Audacity.
These Mephits just clawing around at everybody, covering everybody's clothing in dust and stuff like that. Now, at the end of this turn, we are going to head to break, pretty much. But what I would like everyone to do in this moment is to make history checks. This is like a free thing.
Is this about any fae, fiends, or undead?
Fae, fiends? No, it is not.
Flat.
I got a filthy little 20.
I got a 9.
Disgusting. We love it.
11.
I got a 1.
11. Can anyone beat a filthy 20?
A 20
No.
that's been around.
I got a 10.
With a good personality.
20 that seems some
Yes.
shit. Alice, with this 20, back in that memory with Felipe, he mentions a figure. He doesn't call them by name, but he mentions a figure who has a legendary artifact like he was talking about before. It's like you go back to that same vision and it just like it goes for an extra like 5 seconds of him being like, anyway, there's one guy in particular.
Yep.
But he tells you about an individual, a man who has lived for centuries, sort of an aristocrat, playboy kind of thing, pure, like almost hedonist. And he has, the way that Felipe is going to say it is Felipe says, I think he's got a portrait or 2, and that is his artifact.
And there's a portrait above the door, right?
There certainly is a portrait above the door. But when you look at that portrait, I'm going to prolong this filthy 20. When you look at that portrait, it is a portrait of Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
But he looks stunning in the portrait. He doesn't look old. He doesn't look like he's taken damage. You're thinking about how powerful this artifact is, how much of a weakness it is to leave it just out above a doorway. Chances are that's a decoy. That's a red herring. Had anybody used their turn to destroy that one thing, that would have sucked.
Okay.
Dang. Well,
With that being said, we are going to head to break. So we will be on break for 5 to 10 minutes, closer to 10 always, as I don't know why we say 5 anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to take a 10-minute break and we'll be back around 8:40 Eastern Standard Time. Stick around because we're going to get jumped back into combat and hopefully they can find where Dorian Gray is holding this portrait, because as of right now, he's got triple-digit health, baby. So,
Ooh.
with that, let's figure out what
Yikes.
happens next. Hey, don't worry, gang. He doesn't have legendary actions. That would be crazy.
Oh,
I don't believe
Zorro would
you.
actually be dead.
Yeah.
We're here to have a good time. So, join us when we come back. Hey, gang. I'm Justin.
And I'm Taylor. We're co-hosts of the So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master podcast.
We're two neurodivergent friends who wanted to talk about D&D and tabletop games.
But more specifically, we wanted to focus on being a dungeon master.
We know that for many people, the idea of running the game can feel daunting and even scary.
So we wanted to help remove some of the barriers and fears that prevent people from getting behind the DM screen.
It's our goal to make everyone feel comfortable enough to try being a DM.
We've got episodes on session prep, world building, combat, homebrew, and more.
And we're able to bring all of this to you, gang, because we're lucky enough to be sponsored by Big Milk.
Justin, we are not sponsored by Big Milk. I don't even think Big Milk is even a thing.
Agree to disagree. Anyway, we have new episodes coming out every Wednesday.
Check us out on all the podcast apps. So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at So You Want to Be a DM.
Or email us your questions, stories, or ideas over at soyouwannabeadm@gmail.com. For instance, you can email us your favorite way to use milk. Maybe it's as simple as cereal. Maybe
Okay, I
maybe
have
it's in
to put a
cake,
stop to
or-
this. I have to. Justin, you can't keep inventing fake sponsorships. It's going to get us in trouble one of these days.
In trouble? Taylor, I think you're overreacting. It's not as if Big Milk is going to break down our door.
Justin, is there someone at your door?
Yeah, just give me a second. Hello?
Are you Justin?
Yeah? Who are you?
We're the dairy detectives sent by Big Milk. You're coming with us.
Hey, get off of me! You can't do this!
Okay, well, that was terrifying. So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master, everywhere you find podcasts. Check us out. Sure are. We're good to
gang,
go.
And we're back. So, last we left off, our heroes are in pitched combat against one Dorian Gray, and they need to find his portrait. A red herring hangs above the doors, but we know that that is definitely not it, as the actual portrait itself has taken no damage. Dorian looks young and healthy in that painting. That's not how that magic works. And with that, we pick up at the very start of combat, or the round rather, kind of. Pooh, that is your turn.
Okay, things are happening.
For people watching in chat, the aura around Watson is that like plus, what is it, 3 or 4?
Yeah, it's +4.
So your saving throws plus
All
4
saving
to
throws.
saving throws. That's what that is. And you're gonna see a platypus man with a small hat. That is not a platypus man. That is Eeyore.
Use your imagination.
Use your imagination.
Use your imagination, please.
All right, Pooh. What'll
Okay.
it be?
Pooh is going to rotate around Dorian Gray, probably provoking attack of opportunity off of this method here.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Okay.
Jiminy Christmas.
Better him than the battlemaster. 6 points of damage. I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the damage dice.
And then Pooh is going to Pooh's belly, because Pooh's been day drinking a lot today, a lot of mead, had the honey whiskey. They're kind of getting a bit of like a gut, like their guts starting to like rumble a little bit, and they're realizing that all they've eaten is sweets, so a lot of sugar, and it's not
Yes.
sitting well. And they're going to go ahead and, as a reaction, it's going to be Tasha's Caustic Brew. As for the emetophobes, I apologize, but it's just going to be vomit. Just like shooting out in a 30-foot long line.
Hitting 2 Mephits and 1 Dorian Gray.
And 1 Dorian Gray.
Incredible. What's the save on that?
It's a dexterity saving throw, DC 13.
Okay. Okay. Dorian makes it.
wait, I want to use my feature that makes it a charisma save instead. So it is Sorrowful Fate. When somebody that is my ally forces a creature to make a saving throw, I can make it be a charisma save instead.
Boom, baby.
Okay.
I can do some stuff.
Incredible. That does reduce it. He's a little charismatic because he's a big old fibber, but not as good as he is dexterous. Fails.
That boy is covered in
Let's
vomit.
go. Okay, so if he
One of
fails,
the pink
I can
method
roll a
succeeds.
D8. And he takes, in theory, 7 psychic damage, but he probably doesn't take any of that.
Got it. Unfortunately, he does not. You see him
Okay,
like
cool,
take
cool.
it, like it hits him. These attacks are hitting him. You just don't see the lasting damage.
Well, here's the interesting thing with Tasha's Caustic Brew. So it's concentration up to a minute. There's no immediate damage, but they're all covered in vomit that's acidic. So until they do something to deal with that situation, I think it's at the start of their turn, they're going to take acid damage.
Okay. And is that true only for the people who failed?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so pink is fine. Orange and Dorian covered in acidic substance.
And Pooh's just going to kind of
gross.
like lean back, inhale, and just like, oh, I feel so much better after that. Better out than
Sometimes
in,
that's all you
friend
need.
once told me.
There was a rumbling in your tummy.
Some things just have to be done.
Amazing.
Okay, that was the action. Not much else I think I can do there, so I'm just gonna leave it there and end my turn.
Okay. Huge spray of acidic vomit covers 2 out of 3 targets. And Vanessa, that is your turn.
Would Vanessa know about the portrait, being a monster hunter and having interacted with Dorian before?
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, that's kind of like what that check was at the end, is sort of this like shared knowledge between all of you, even though like technically it hasn't been Alice's turn to relay it. This is like kind of shared stuff. You guys all picked this up, being a strike force, being a team of mercenaries who have worked together, being able to sort of send these messages non-verbally almost. You know that you are looking for a portrait. You know that means it does not need to be framed, which means it can be rolled up. It can be put inside of something.
Okay. Between Watson and Alice, who would have a better chance of finding this portrait? Okay.
I think I can.
Then
maybe.
she's going.
Yeah, no, I'm the investigator.
You gotta pick.
No, we're good.
In the heat of the moment.
Kayla gave me a look. I wasn't sure if I was speaking for an unknown character sheet thing.
No. I wasn't sure either, and then I instantly remembered that that's like literally your job.
Yeah.
It's your profession.
Let me see. I'm just gonna. Let's see. She's just gonna attack the one in front, but she's gonna yell out, "Watson, go find the picture!" And then she's just gonna do a predatory strike. So it's an unarmed strike, but because her hands have the crimson right on them, all that fun jazz. So first attack, 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, and second attack, 15?
15 will also hit, yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me figure out damage real quick. Okay, so 8 for the first one, 9 for the second one, and then I have to add in I think it's a D6. Okay, so they take 17 slashing damage, and then 6 and 6, so 12 fire damage. So 17 regular damage, slashing damage, and then 12 fire damage.
Ouch.
Incredible. Vanessa, you rip into this dust method, and as you tear it asunder, I love that word, you see that, of course, the slashing damage does normal damage. The fire damage especially seems to hurt this method.
Baby.
And you kill it.
dead.
Is destroyed. I'm just gonna
Nice.
delete these off the map just to save us some space.
Kill him.
Then she's going to come over here and get ready to help Watson get away from this one so that he can do the investigation. So that's movement, action, and I don't think I have any bonus actions right now that I would want to use. Nope. That's it for Vanessa.
Okay, incredible. The start of Dorian's turn, he makes the save on Eeyore's terror. Eeyore looks over at you, Pooh, and says, "Sorry about that.
Oh.
I thought I could scare him. I didn't scare him.
Demonic just as you are. It's okay, my friend.
I appreciate that." And Dorian's turn begins. Dorian, at the start of his turn, also takes acid damage, so go ahead and roll for that, Pooh. And I think
Does the acid damage take?
no. Need to find that portrait.
Secret weakness
I'm
was
just I'm getting into the habit of
His
all these
secret
start
is vomit.
things.
Honey vomit.
My one weakness.
Okay. Dorian,
Like Samson's
Vanessa,
hair.
as you rush up in your, hybrid lichen form, Dorian holding a small buckler shield and a rapier, looks at you with a little bit of a perplexed look, like kind of recognizes you, but kind of doesn't, because obviously didn't see you in your hybrid form. Like, knows Vanessa Helsing, but is like a little like, who is this? Between Pooh and, he's got a bunch of attacks. We're going to take 3 attacks on Vanessa.
Bring it back.
I'll use my reaction to grapple him.
Okay. Incredible.
I'm
That
technically
first
flanking,
attack
right?
misses. You are not flanking because you are with there's a method on the other side.
That's okay. I got a nat 20.
That'll do it.
Baby.
That will do it. Okay. So Dorian's movement is effectively 0 as he is grappled. First attack on Vanessa missed. He is going to... What do we want to do here?
Give up.
We are going to... where are you on the map? Freaking Eeyore. Okay. Makes this attack. That will hit. I need a strength saving throw
Oh,
from
baby.
Vanessa.
Strength saving throw. I think I get advantage on that.
I think you do
I don't
too
think
in this form.
This one's a dirty 20, but I'm going to roll again for the advantage.
Yeah. Dirty 20 does save. But
Yeah,
by
we're
all
going to
means.
do 20.
Okay. And you're correct. Yeah, you do have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Brilliant. So you are not knocked prone, but you do take 23 points of damage.
All right, let's pretty boy.
And then third attack will also hit. That's a natural 19. No, we're not going to do another battlemaster because that is max damage. 17 more damage. And then we'll turn around, face Pooh, and action surge.
Oh, wow.
3 more attacks.
You can do that too, Pooh.
Pooh, that first one is going to hit. I need a strength saving throw.
Are these done with disadvantage because of grapple?
Grapple does not give disadvantage. Restrain does. So grapple is just... Dorian's movement is 0.
Well, Pooh.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's a...
It is huge. You stopped somebody who's incredibly mobile from moving.
So that's a
still
16
helpful.
on the strength saving throw.
16. Heard. That is a failure. So you're going to take 20 points of damage on that first attack, and you are knocked prone.
So we're just like laying down together? Like, is he laying on top of me?
Oh, that's true. You're grappling him? How does that work?
Like we're like on a beach, seaside, just resting against my fur.
Big spoon, little spoon.
Yeah, is Dorian Big Spoon or Dorian's Little Spoon?
He's Little Spoon.
He's got to be Little
He's
Spoon.
Little Spoon by Pooh Bear.
This doesn't
That's
determine
canon.
spoon size. Your height does not determine spoon size.
Roll for spoon
Anyway.
Well, no, but
size.
Pooh's got their arms around them.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
willing to go prone if we both go.
So let's. I mean, he failed to save. You are gonna go prone, but then I suppose because you're grappling him. Oh wow, that's so interesting. Okay, I should have used a different battlemaster maneuver. That's on me.
He goes, ha ha.
But that's fine.
Wow,
We will say that happened. We will say that happened. That is fine. You are both prone, stabbing into each other.
Well,
In
they're
this
like
position,
more than they should.
I'm going to, because he's got 2 more attacks left. I need a concentration check from Pooh for the acid.
Oh bother.
Got it. Next attack misses.
16.
The next attack hits. 16 succeeds. Acid is good to go. The third attack hits. I need another strength saving throw.
17.
17 is exactly what you need. Fuck.
Plus 8. I have plus 8 on the strength save.
double
so-
prone.
13 more damage.
God damn.
And that is, let me cross off his action surge, which was the big thing. And that is his turn. Okay. All right, brilliant. So Pooh is prone, and so is Dorian. This is absolutely wild. Unbelievable. Curious what the actual ruling is on that. Okay. That was Dorian's incredibly productive turn. Zorro, that is your turn.
Gotcha. I will
forever.
use my bonus action to use steady aim, so I get no movement for the rest of the turn, but I get advantage on my next ranged attack. So I will use that to cast Eldritch Blast. And I will cast that on the method between Vanessa and Watson. And
Okay.
I will fire off my first shot from my ethereal blicky at ground.
Classic.
Okay, so that is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, and then for the second attack, that's a 15 plus 8. That's a 23.
3.
Yeah, there we go. Math.
That'll also hit.
Perfect.
Incredible. 2 more blasts from the upper balcony, if you will.
That's 12 points of
hit this.
damage for the first one,
Okay.
and then 8 points of damage for the second one.
Yeah, this
force
method is
damage.
taken out.
Nice. And then I will use my free action to lean over the balcony and say to Dorian, so let me get this straight. You had all of these hundreds of years, and yet you're still a coward who can't win a one-on-one duel. Come, show me. And try to persuade him to come up and duel me one-on-one.
Incredible. And you're just using persuasion. You're not
I'm just trying to
casting
no
Make
no
a
magic,
persuasion
no
check.
Nothing. Dice don't fail me now. That's a 18.
18. Okay. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
And that'll end my turn because I can't go anywhere.
Incredible. Love it. Okay, after Zorro blasting off another method, we're down to only 1 method left, and Dorian Gray, portrait found on who knows where. Alice, followed by Watson.
Okay, so Alice kind of figured out that the really nice portrait above the door is the red herring and all of that. We kind of were able to establish that. So she, almost in an act of frustration at this guy, kind of walks down the same side of the balcony and just casts Shatter again. And I'm just trying to like blast everything in this radius in this room and just see what we can find and see if anything happens.
Yes.
So just everything
Okay.
on the right side of this
Brilliant.
room is gonna get shattered. And I'm gonna upcast it, so I'll add an extra D8 to it if we need to roll any of that.
Wow.
Incredible.
baby.
Can you just point on the map where you're... Got it. Okay, cool. Okay,
And I'll walk that
Incredible.
way too and cast it as I go.
got it. Okay, but you're not leaving that Mephit's like threatened area? He'll get an
I guess
opportunity
I-
attack. That's the only reason.
I guess I am, yeah. He can have an opportunity attack. I'm not scared.
Ooh, not scared.
That's a natural 18.
That's gonna hit.
8 points of damage.
These
Okay,
silvery
that's-
barbs.
Oh, I could.
You
silvery
certainly
bar.
can.
I
And
certainly can. Thank you, thank you. We haven't used it at all this.
Yeah, you can silver
this
barbs.
go around. Let's go. Let's see.
17. I think a 17 hits Alice, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So it's gonna be that
But-
8 points of damage, unfortunately.
I will give who goes first? I will give Zorro the advantage on the next attack.
Okay.
Yeah,
Zorro, you
and
got
then for my
advantage.
Bonus action, I will give it to Watson.
I've still
They're gonna
got
do-
it.
Oh
from
right,
before.
you do. Then Vanessa.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. With that
Oh.
shatter, I'm gonna say that you are able to, as you like blow up part of the study and just like both floors, books and papers and different like knickknacks, tchotchkes go flying. You manage to catch, like, again, in that memory with Felipe, he wasn't sure if it was one portrait, if it was two portraits, or what the deal was. Now, we all know as players that in the actual book, Oscar Wilde, it's just one portrait, right? But we're putting twists on things. You feel confident that in that shatter that you upcast, that you were able to successfully destroy one of the portraits.
Oh shit.
As you see a little bit of glamour leave Dorian Gray's body. But you do not
Oh.
think that you got all of it.
Yeah. There seems to be more than
As
one.
attractive as you used to be.
If you'll allow me, I kind of yell across the way to Doc. Say, there's definitely more. Keep smashing things.
Incredible. Okay. Brilliant.
It's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
Awesome. Right, let's see if we can't direct some of these destructive energies at the proper place. And I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, and it's gonna look kind of like the Abjure, the extraplanar is, in that it just makes my eyes kind of start to glow. But like the big aura burst doesn't happen or anything like that. And then, I mean, this looks like a pretty large room. I'm gonna kind of just like fly, like stay at the height that I'm at, and then just kind of fly like right here and
Brilliant.
search the room for anything that lights up as magical.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage. As your friends are magical, there's like
Right.
a bunch of different magic things around the room, and it's hard to find the exact one that you're looking for. But
Magic happening between Pooh and Dorian? What?
Beautiful.
Bye.
8 and
Enemies to
7
lovers?
is 15.
Do you want to add a
15.
inspiration to that?
Oh, I do. I do
you-
want to add an inspiration to that. I sure do.
Hey.
A D8. Hey, that's a 20.
Baby.
a
Yeah,
filthy
dirty
20.
A little
baby.
dirty little 20.
Dirty,
A well-read
Oh,
20.
stinky
Hell
little
yeah.
20.
Watson, you feel like it's over in this direction.
Got it.
Like maybe inside that like little cabinet thing, or like in these books behind it.
It's
definitly in
right.
this
I'm gonna
general
turn back
vicinity.
over my shoulder and go, Alice, blow that up next.
Aye.
And then
Okay.
yeah, I don't really have anything bonus action wise that I can do. So that's me. That's my turn.
All right. Incredible. After Watson is singular now, the Mephit. Mephit is just going to, let's see if we roll that thing. We absolutely freaking do. In which case, yeah, we're still going to do it the same way. Alice, I need a dexterity saving throw as a breath of dust consumes your entire body.
An 8.
I don't know if I said it, but I gave you the advantage for Silvery Barb.
Oh, you gave me one. Oh,
Mhm.
cool. Thank you. I did not know that.
Sorry.
Bless.
I thought I had
That's
said
okay.
it, but
14.
14 saves.
Yes! Thank you, Pooh!
As you are not
Oh.
blinded.
Love you, Pooh.
And I would have
Can't
been a dick
cast.
about the shatter thing and been like,
Yeah,
you need to
'cause-
see where you pick. I fully would have done that. Dang it. We almost got her, gang. Okay.
Thank you.
That's the flippin' Mephit's turn. Now,
Good.
we go back
Good.
to the top. Pooh, that is your turn. You see, you're so close to Dorian at this point. Physically, emotionally, who knows. But you do notice as you're holding on to him on the, like, laying sort of awkwardly, painfully on steps that are made of marble. You do see, like, a small layer of glamour. It would, I in my head, it's similar, like, if Wizard's mage armor was, like, dispelled. It almost looks like that. You just see, like, there's nothing there, and then you just see, like, a force field drop.
oof. Interesting.
So you are prone. Dorian Gray is prone. You are grappling Dorian Gray. If you want to stand up, you do have to let him go. But
Never.
yeah,
We will lay here in this moment.
incredible.
But I think I could still. Well, there's no point in getting attacks off. Okay, riddle me this. Because I have a grapple on, would that allow me some kind of like advantageous type of position of being able to maybe get a sleight of hand on Dorian?
Heal him up a little bit.
Yeah, I would allow that. What are you trying to do with this sleight of hand?
Take his weapon.
Oh.
I don't know if I would give advantage on disarming him because you're both prone
Mm-hmm.
and you're both like, or you're grappling him, but really just removes his speed, which means he can't stand up unless you let him go,
Right.
or unless he does something kooky, which
And
he might.
And I can't attempt.
But I don't
to,
know
like-
if I'm going to give you advantage on sleight of hand to take his weapon from him
Okay, that's fine. I.
because of the position you guys are in.
I had
If
to
he was
ask.
prone and you weren't prone, that would be one thing, but like,
But we're both here in this moment, you know.
yeah.
One honey addicted bear to just truly a rapscallion of a person,
He is.
and we're just gonna lock eyes as okay. That's gonna be an 11 plus 2 for 13. I still have inspiration.
Are you just trying to attack him now? Or are you still
No.
going for sleight of hand?
I'm still going for sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. 13 so far.
Okay, so that's an 8. So that's 21.
Okay. 21. I'm going to say that it's enough to disarm him, but not take it from him.
Okay. And I'm assuming it would be like an action to throw it away further or something.
Yeah, probably.
Wish I had more. But alas, I do not. So I think I'll just, Pooh will just really restrain this and just say, why don't we just lay here a little longer?
Incredible. As you guys are just in a bear hug on
That'd be
the
so rage
bottom of the
inducing.
stairs.
It'd be so rage inducing.
It's crazy. Yeah. Vanessa, that is your turn.
Question: what kind of damage has Dorian been doing to Vanessa?
It's been piercing.
I have resistance, but that was my
Okay.
bad. But because I'm less than half my HP, I have to do a wisdom saving throw, or else
Oh.
I have bloodlust. Well, okay, we're good.
Okay.
That sounds really bad. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really bad.
I have to move towards the nearest creature and start attacking them.
Oh.
Right
Damn.
But
next
it
to you on the
doesn't say
graph.
friendly or not. It just says nearest creature.
Good news. Dorian's right there, so it wouldn't have been
Yeah.
so bad.
No blood.
Still scary.
Or Eeyore.
Eeyore.
It's true.
But we don't have to worry about it. She's safe. We're good. So then she's going to use her movement to get it over to this method. So 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, she's got 40. So she's going to come over here and start attacking this one.
Okay, you have advantage. Flanking.
Oh, snap. Okay, cool. Yep, we're going to try that one again. That was a 14.
14 hits.
Okay, so 14 hits the first one, and then the second one will be 15. Okay, so they both hit, so damage 9 and 7 for
Like the normal
Whatever.
slashing.
yeah, normal slashing, whatever that damage is. So
And
so
then you're gonna do fire
16.
damage.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do 2d6. So now go 5 and 11 fire damage total on top of 16 regular damage.
Yeah. Describe how you destroy the final method.
So even though Bloodlust hasn't taken over, you can see her eyes are more bloodshot. She's a little more feral because she's been hurt and she's damaged. So she races up the stairs, leaps over, and just leaps onto the method and starts ripping it apart.
Incredible. You tear this method apart, dust scatters everywhere, and there are no more methods on the field, as it is just a truly grappled in a weird situation Dorian Gray. Unharmed, but crazy situation.
Unharmed and unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Also true. Also true. So, bump, bump, bump. Now, here's the thing. After Vanessa's turn, Vanessa, anything else? Just checking.
No, I don't think so. Let me double check my bonus actions.
'Cause it is Dorian Gray next. He's gonna grab his sword.
No, that's it for
See
Vanessa.
about that. We'll see about that.
Sword. Just grab that sword real quick.
You just scoop that up.
Let me just scoop up that sword. At the start of his turn, he does take that acid damage now.
All right, let me roll that up, please. That's 3 acid.
3 acid. Okay. You do see that even though that thing has faded, Alice letting everyone know that there's more to be done. It's not just that one portrait that she destroyed. He doesn't take all of the acid damage. So he's not fully vulnerable or like fully like at a baseline normal taking damage, whatever. He now has resistance to all damage.
But he did take some.
He
Well,
did
that's a
take
good
some damage.
start.
He has taken 1 point of damage now.
Let's go.
We're in the game.
Let's
We're in the game.
go. We're doing
Combat
it.
is officially
We're
started.
doing
We're in the
D&D, you guys.
We're doing the damage. I love that
Okay.
the first damage was vomit.
2 hours.
He just
So good.
It's more psychic damage than acid. It's just like,
Pooh Bear, I need the hell's it called? A strength saving throw again.
Did they hit me?
They did, yeah, dirty 20.
Silvery barbs.
Silver
And that's going to be
bars.
Zorro for the advantage.
Ooh.
He's got mine already, if that matters.
Okay. Then I will give it to Vanessa.
Okay, roger that. The reroll is the same thing, unfortunately. It was
Okay, that's
10s
fine.
on both of them. So I need that strength saving throw.
15.
As he uses a pushing attack to push you, and he is no longer grappled. He then spends half of his movement getting up.
Wait, did he break the grapple?
He broke it by pushing you.
Oh.
It's a little skeezy on my end.
No,
Push
I like
Technically,
it.
you can break a
that's
grapple
the way.
by pushing somebody.
No, that's
in
true.
5e.
Okay.
I know. It's like a little like rulesy is the reason I said skeezy. Because it's like
It's like a sad
technically,
push away where it's
I
like,
can still break a grapple without actually breaking a grapple, and because he's a battlemaster, he has a pushing attack, so it still does a ton of damage.
No, it's
That's why I said skeezy.
the rules.
I don't feel good about this game, but you do take 24 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, like Pooh leaves behind a trail of blood. Like they are hurt from that.
Oh, Pooh Bear.
5, 10, 15. Oh, wait. Okay, he makes the fear thing too. I forgot about that. Yeah, he had to use half of his movement to freaking get up, and he already burned his action surge, so he can't get any closer. He's only got one flipping thing left. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. He is gonna burn his last superiority die to quick toss a dagger at a dagger is only 20. It's gonna be disadvantage. Fuck me. Okay. He quick tosses a dagger at Zorro. Oh boy, one of them definitely would have hit, but the other one's a 12, misses. That's his last. Dang, I should have saved it.
He
Too
just
late.
he just casually just moves his head to the side. The most disrespectful way of just.
Furious.
I'll let you start again.
Dorian Gray. He says, "Why don't you come over here? I'm meeting you halfway.
You come over here. You come
The
here.
bet. I've already used all my movement, mate."
No, you come here. I had to concentrate on my shot. You come here.
He did already command Dorian to go there.
And with that, that is the end of Dorian's turn. Zorro, that is your turn.
And then with that, I will do a little acrobatic backflip off of the balcony and drop down to the station where the box is where we think the last artifact is.
Okay.
And
Dang,
would you
need
say
to climb those stairs for nothing?
Yeah, I know.
Classic.
It's the simple deceptions. It's
Classic.
he didn't waste any resources. It's just the disrespect of making him go up a flight of stairs.
Well, you rolled a persuasion check, not a deception check.
Yeah, right? But technically, they're both still plus 11. And so, jumping down, would you say that that station is within 10 feet from Pooh, where Pooh is laying prone right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then when I jump down, land on the ground, I'll instead go to Pooh's location, and then I'll cast Thunderstep and take him with me. And we'll both teleport. I can teleport up to 90 feet with this. So I'm going to teleport us in between Vanessa and Alice.
Ooh, nice.
But also that means the station takes 3d10 lightning damage.
Fuck yeah.
Holy
Incredible.
shit!
Incredible.
The
Yeah,
galaxy
absolutely.
brain.
You
Baller move. Baller.
backflip off of the balcony. Give me an acrobatics check for that.
That sounds really cool.
11. No, 12.
Oh. 12. Okay, that works. You backflip off of this thing. It's more
I'm
of a
not getting
hamstring,
full
but it
points
works.
at the Olympics. It's I definitely got a few
No.
points deducted on that land.
It was the stutter step landing a little bit.
Yes.
Quickly being like, but you managed to do your little backflip. You get next to Pooh, grab Pooh, who's prone on the ground. Thunder step as a shockwave of thunder damage shoots out. You look over at Dorian and see another glimmer fade away.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And you said you guys are moving.
Yeah.
Between Vanessa and Alice.
That's not okay, you guys.
We don't know that.
Either bloodshot. It's not okay.
Here, I'm gonna move Vanessa just 5 feet so that you guys actually can fit in between. There you go. Okay. Zorro, anything else, my friend?
And then lastly, I can finally cast my Hexblade's Curse on him. So I will draw a little Z with my finger, and he is marked as my target.
Incredible. Put this broken heart.
I saw you laying there with Pooh.
Incredible. As a Scarlet Z is
engraved
burned,
on his
is
chest.
branded into his chest. That is Zorro's turn, bringing us to Alice with Dr. Watson on deck.
Okay, so
The portraits are found.
does it seem like they've all been destroyed?
As best as you can tell, yes.
Okay, great.
There's a
Fucking
small wallet-sized picture somewhere. In the
Eldritch Blast on Dorian.
Okay.
incredible roll to attack.
Oh, hey, I know that move too.
Not great, not great. Hold on. It was technically a 1 on the dice for a total of 9. But I need to check.
Fortunately,
I have all these weird things that have to do with this. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna use poetry and misery. I think I still get the 1, but I'm gonna use my reaction to regain back one of my bardic inspirations out of that.
Ooh,
Oh, sick.
Nice.
So sometimes things don't always go our way, but if we can see the light within the dark, then perhaps we can change the narrative of what's happened.
beautiful.
And I will use my second blast.
Amazing.
What the fuck? Oh, it's the same roll. That's so stupid.
Oh no.
Oh,
Rest in
no.
peace,
Okay.
Eeyore.
Okay. And my new bardic inspiration is gonna go over to Zorro since he's the only one that doesn't have one yet.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing. Zorro, you are
Do I have
inspired.
room? Do I have room to get off of this thing? Are they blocking me in here? It's kind of narrow.
You can move through friend spaces.
Okay, I'm gonna just move.
Yeah, it's just if there was a bad guy
Like
there, like the
pillars
method,
here.
you wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to, but
Okay, I just didn't know if there was space to move.
yeah,
Wow.
you're fine.
That's it. Wow.
Okay. I know. Unfortunately, 2 Eldritch
It
Blasts
happens.
go wide. And Dorian tries to do that cool thing that Zorro did where he like just moves so slightly, but instead is like fully
Wait.
lunges out of the way. And then looks at you, Zorro, and goes, "Why don't you face me like a man? 1, 2, 3, 5 on 1." And with that, we go to Dr. Watson.
Awesome.
It's like counting over Eeyore. Like, this is
You're-
Well, it's funny you should mention friends, because here I am. And with most of my health in comparison to my friends.
Your
So
friends, yeah.
I am going to go ahead and lash him up with my wood. Which is like, it's like a cavalry saber type of deal, like a whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Ooh. And then also got, I'll text that real quick. Sorry.
Oh,
It's so
good.
long since I cast it. All right. Cool. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
I'm going to add a light on top of that.
Bring it on, come on.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. You love it.
Let's go.
This is it. His big fancy move is done. I should have action surged on Zorro right from the get-go. I knew it.
I'd be
Gee
dead.
dang it.
Of course, hunt for the dice.
Daniel, do you know if Mage Slayer is still a thing in the 2024 version?
Should be, but I gotta check what changes they made to it.
So does that mean that if a paladin uses Divine Smite, you can Mage Slayer them?
Yes.
Because it's a spell?
Insanity.
You're very
No.
lucky,
What?
Paladin. 2014 Paladin, you're very lucky.
Hey,
2014
we were playing the 2024 version. Surprise wouldn't skip somebody's turn.
I know, it would just be advantage and disadvantage and all that
Yeah,
jazz.
it's just disadvantage on initiative.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's crazy. I'm not a fan, but that's just me.
Same.
We
I
can
think
get
it should
into
be a
that
skip
in a
turn.
different thing.
I
We can talk all about that in a different show.
That's
Only
going
we
to
had a
be
show after.
22 damage.
Heard?
Gonna take my second attack.
Incredible.
14.
14 will miss.
Then I will.
Did you do your branding smite stuff too? Branding
I
and
added
divine?
it into the last. I added it into the,
Roger that.
the last one. Or,
Okay,
it's
cool.
technically the next hit. And then I don't know.
Incredible. God bless you, Kayla.
I guess I will go ahead and prep a searing smite.
Okay,
That'll be it.
sounds good. After Watson, there are no more methods. It goes back to the top. Pooh, that is your turn. And I'm gonna say that be more fickle about this in the future, but for right now, I'm cool with it. The Thunder Step brought you out of prone.
Nice.
Oh, wonderful.
We'll say
Take a couple steps forward. And Misty Step.
incredible.
Dorian Gray on the shoulder. Look him square in the eye and say, "Where did you think you were gonna go, bitch boy?"
I wasn't expecting that.
Who's ruthless in this?
Go.
Says, bitch boy.
And as
What?
soon as they respond, green flame braid across their face.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And we're flanking.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
you are.
23.
That'll hit. Where did you think you were going, comma, bitch boy?
Bring
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that part from the books.
That is my
Where
favorite
did
part,
you
really.
learn that language from?
This-
Was that
this
Christopher
second-
Robin?
The blustery, windy day. I
Older
think.
Christopher Robin.
This is his second most famous catchphrase, really.
That's gonna be 20 total damage.
Okay.
And then that's his first
Incredible.
hit. And I mean, we're gonna do it again.
Got to.
We're gonna grapple.
Oh, you're grappling? Okay.
Little spoon
time,
Yo, getting called bitch boy, and then he starts hugging you. There you go. There you go. That's some diabolical work.
disrespect.
Maybe Dorian's into that.
Dorian gets a 25.
Oof.
Oh, silvery bobs.
Oh.
Insane.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Silvery barbs.
Hard rules, man. Go.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
It's like his best skill.
Don't have advantage yet. I guess Watson. Advantage for you.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, bonus action. That's my action.
Incredible. Okay. Vanessa, that is your turn.
Okay, Vanessa's gonna take her movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Mhm.
Be right here and attack Dorian.
Are you still below half hit points?
Oh shoot, that's right. I have to do that first.
Oh.
Not me just being like, anyways, Vanessa, so you know.
Okay, it's all right. It's just a DC of 8. It's fine.
Guys, it's fine.
We're Gucci. 3. All right. Now she's still got those bloodshot eyes, so we're just using that as flavor. But she's going to attack Dorian.
Go for it.
23 for the first hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Second hit, 26.
That'll also hit.
Heck yeah, damage is
Pop it
as
off.
follows.
Wee.
8, and 8 and 6 regular damage. And for the fire, what is the fire? 2 and 6, so 8, and then 8 fire damage.
Got it. Okay, incredible.
Let's see, do I
2 intense claw attacks, flaming claw attacks on Dorian, who's getting attacked from all sides now and is surrounded pretty much. Is not the biggest fan of where he's at, but there's not a ton he can do mobility wise without provoking or using his whole thing to. Oh, did I mention he has 2 levels of rogue? No, I'm just kidding. He can't bonus action disengage. That'd be crazy. Just like adding features as we fight. Like, you know what he needs? A couple things.
Paladin.
No. It's Dorian's turn. He is going to, well, bonus action, he's going to second wind. Because of course he is. Okay. And then he's going to take 3 more attacks. Lippin A. I think Pooh is causing him the most bullshit right now. Yeah, let's do 2 attacks on Pooh.
Come here, big boy.
Hold on, I'll roll one at a time in case someone yells out silvery
Like
bars.
in Pooh's voice, it's so cute.
Oh, that is gonna live rent free in my head for the rest of the
All right, that first attack hits.
Oh.
How far away are they?
Okay.
How far away are they from me?
Dorian,
35.
35.
I think that's out of range, right?
Honestly, a spell like silvery barbs, for all I know,
So
Well,
it
it
is
is
60.
feet.
it is 60 feet.
Well, are you about to die?
37 health.
You'd be all right. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
let it
I
slide.
might take this one.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
You'd
We'll
be
let him
all right.
cook. We'll let him cook. We'll let him
All right.
cook.
Yeah.
So that's the first attack that hits. Second attack is a 17.
That's my AC.
Okay. So 2 attacks hit. I'm rolling damage. Silvery barbs now or forever hold
The
your
second
peace?
hit might kill me. I will say that.
Oh, at 30. Now, if he did a third,
I would do a silvery barbs. Yeah.
You-
Sorry, I was waiting to hear what
you
was
want-
happening.
Are you doing one on the second attack,
Yeah.
Alice? Or okay.
Yes. Second attack for sure. That's the one that's gonna hurt. me
That
the
dice
most.
is dead to me. It fell off the table. Okay. Luckily, the wording of silvery barbs is not that you have to use the new roll, right?
I think you do.
You gotta take the lowest.
I have a bunch of spells.
Oh, use
up.
the lower roll. Yeah.
You can use the lower roll. That's good. You'd much rather a 17 than a natural 20.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Sorry, Pooh.
Yeah, these rerolls are weirdly. This has never happened where they're working in my favor. Okay. So 2 attacks that hit. That's gonna be a total of 22 damage
Okay.
across the 2 attacks. I'm adding them together.
see what I said.
He's out of the big thing that was crushing was his superiority die. So he was able to do so much extra damage even when you were making those strength saving throws, but he's out of those. Okay. That's
Put it
his
down
2
to
attacks.
15. And they are now currently looking a lot like Rocky after the end of the first game. Just
Incredible.
beat up himself.
Pooh, I also need 2 concentration checks.
Oh yes.
And the acid damage, because even if you do
Okay.
drop it, you would have had it at the start of this turn.
So 4 acid damage, and then I rolled a nat 1 on the first one.
Okay, so that spell is done. We are then going to make our next attack against Vanessa.
Mm.
That will hit.
Is piercing damage?
It is going to be piercing damage, yeah, for sure.
Resistant.
14 becomes 7.
Should have done that the whole time. check.
Now we know it's all good. Even with that second win, Dorian's not looking great. He's like starting to look bloodied. But with that being said, that is Dorian's turn. Zorro.
I'm going to bonus cunning action dash, and I will move here, and then use my action to finally summon my sword. And that'll end my turn.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. You summon your sword and you hear your mom's voice in your head once more go, Mijo. What the hell, man? Middle of the fight, you bring me out? What the hell?
It takes a lot to get this thing out, and there were other priorities.
That's what he said.
Come on, I'm trying to cut this guy.
Oh, it was a little too X-rated for the
Couldn't
show.
resist
Apologies.
yourself, the bard. Okay,
couldn't.
that's so funny. That's so funny.
Vicious mockery.
The intrusive thought won there. Big time. That's so funny. Okay. That is Zorro's turn. Alice, then Watson.
So on that note, Alice will cast Dissonant Whispers at 4th level. So Dorian Gray needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Fails.
Fuck yeah, it does. He's going to take 25 psychic damage. So Alice just starts whispering into her hands, and this like magical, almost like a sound wave comes floating towards Dorian. She's like, "Your beauty is only skin deep. It's in the eye of the beholder, and nobody's ever been your beauty before, because you've always been ugly on the inside, and you'll continue to be ugly forever.
Dang.
And because
Truly-
he failed, he
yeah.
will have to run away from me. He has to use
As a
his
reaction,
reaction,
or-
if available, to move as far away as his speed will allow.
Does that mean we
Mike,
all get?
Run
Does
into
that
my
mean we
lovely
all
all
get
get an
daughter.
opportunities?
opportunity
he
attack.
can move, kind of where he's
It
pinned
says
in
if
now.
he can't.
Right.
I mean, he
I
can
think
move
he
back
can.
towards the door.
That's
Move
true.
into these arms right here.
Who's like,
Into Pooh's arms.
yeah.
Oh, I don't get
Yo.
So
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
at least
trying to
get
think of-
opportunity attacks on that.
I think just Zorro does. Oh, no, still. Zorro.
No, I mean, so obviously he's not climbing up the wall. He's actually moving out of the door. But I'll just put him there for the time being.
Mhm.
Just
Okay.
So now we get opportunity attacks.
yes.
So I have
Yeah,
Sentinel, so if I hit, his speed becomes 0.
I'm going to use my advantage.
So should we wait for Pooh's attack then? Because
Well,
if-
you guys are a well-oiled team. I would say that you guys know that Pooh has this ability and therefore would let Pooh go last.
22.
15.
That'll hit. His AC is, I could just tell you now because of where we're at in the combat. His AC is an 18. Dexterous motherfucker. Got plus
Vanessa,
7.
don't
You
you
gave
have
me a
bardic
bardic, right?
inspiration? Yeah. You guys all still have yours, I think. Other
Oh,
than
that's
Doc.
right.
I'm gonna use.
I used mine already.
'cause,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
I can
I'm
use
just
mine.
sure.
I'll give another one to Pooh since theirs is gone and I have more.
Okay.
So now I have another one.
I need regular dice.
Did you give anyone an advantage from your silvery bars?
Yeah, I gave it to Zorro. Oh, the last one. Oh, the most recent.
Oh, you
one.
never gave away the last one, though.
No. You just used your inspiration, huh, Vanessa?
I did. And the advantage.
To Pooh, you don't have that effective, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't have one of those? You can have it then.
Okay, so out of everybody who has made attacks of opportunity against Dorian, which includes pretty much everybody but Alice, unless you're choosing not to make an attack and you're saving your reaction for something, which is valid. Lord knows there's enough silvery barbs to go around. That being said, yeah, anybody would do. AC is 18.
I missed.
Throw
I hit.
some damages at me.
Gotcha. I hit. So I rolled a 25 to hit.
Incredible, yeah.
I just gotta roll these damage down real quick.
Oh, yeah. Damage. Forgot about that.
And I get the sneak attack.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, honor the cock. Absolutely.
Cock. That's 13 damage when you honor the cock.
13 damage from Pooh. Oh wow. How much damage are we doing from? Actually, Daniel, before you say it out loud,
Okay.
I'm gonna write down how much health he has. AKA, I've seen Brennan Lee Willigan do this, and I think it's fucking cool. Write down how much health he has left. Math. Reverse math, aka subtraction.
Something like that.
I've heard of those before.
Okay, here it is. How much damage did you do?
23.
21.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like a
let's
16.
go.
Nice.
It's so
Zorro,
backwards in the camera.
Zorro.
That's a 21.
Holy
Zorro.
shit.
How would you like to do this?
Oh, I will end this combat the same way it began. As he begins to run back, he will just eventually realize that his legs go numb, and he falls to the ground as I've stabbed him just once in the spine. The only time I've used my sword in this whole entire combat. Just one quick severance in the spine. That's it.
Holy shit.
That's the way to
Incredible.
go.
And
Shit.
as you pull the blade out, it has no blood on it. The vibration of spirits held within this magical blade are constantly keeping it at a small vibration to where it like shakes off all blood. It comes out of his spine 100% clean, spotless. And you hear your mother's voice in your mind just say, "Delicioso."
Please don't say that. don't say that after
What?
murder.
Spinal fluid. It is
Don't
muy
say that
bien.
after murder.
No, it is good.
Yes, mama. No.
And with that, we exit combat as you have successfully taken down
Boy.
Dorian Gray and his legion of mephits, destroying not one but two of his portraits, because I was going to be a little stinker about it and be like, it's just two. He just took the portrait and somehow magically turned it into two portraits.
Just split it in
And so-
half.
Destroy one portrait,
Oh no!
resisted. Another portrait, now he's normal. So, incredible job. Now that we are out of combat, you all check his body. I will say, because of where we're at time-wise, you check his body. You do find a greater healing potion that I was going to use on his turn if it came back to him. So one greater healing potion. You find the library card. A magical, like laminated library card. It doesn't have a name or anything, like it's not assigned to any person, and it doesn't mention a specific library. That's the things that I think, especially for Watson, probably would be the most perplexing. It's just that it's not like the New York City Public Library. It's not to any one location. It's just like this incredibly vague and all-encompassing library card.
The capital
But
L.
even when you hold it in your hands, you feel an intense magic coming from this. This is an incredibly powerful artifact and should be guarded as such.
Does identify give me anything about it? Because I will spend.
You can
10 minutes to
you can
cast
spend some
Identify.
time and like cast identify. What you know is that it is incredibly powerful. It certainly has some magical qualities to it and stuff like that. You think that it would be very, very helpful in history checks. It would give you advantage on history checks when it comes to like literary knowledge, aka, let's say for some reason you had that library card on you. You would have learned about the portrait of Dorian Gray. You would have learned that that's like part of his story.
That's good.
It would have been faster. You would have been able to figure it out
Right.
faster. So like, of course there's going to be things where it's like not as useful, but that's pretty much from a mechanical standpoint. That's what it helps you do. Not to mention it is 1/3 of the trifecta for the prophecy. A little bit like a Pokedex.
What kind of weapon does he have?
Literally.
He just has a rapier.
Okay.
Yeah. He just has a beautiful rapier. It is really, really nice. It has an incredibly overly ostentatious, like handguard kind of feature thing, you know. But for the most part, it's just Just a normal sword, really.
6 out of 10.
Pooh's gonna pick it up, and then they're gonna look at it and be like, "This will make a nice toothpick."
See, I mean,
Incredible. That's a very Winnie the Pooh thing.
it's
Say that
funny.
again. Yeah, absolutely. You pocket some money from him for sure. I'm gonna be really loose and fast when it comes to like buying things and like spending money in this campaign. So like you find a bunch of money on him.
She pockets it.
Yeah, for sure.
Fine.
And with that, we all leave Dorian Gray's study and make our way back downstairs to enjoy the rest of our night. Granted, some of us very badly hurt.
I will.
As you,
Then
I can cure wounds.
Yeah, I also have cure.
yeah, no worries. We'll say cure wounds, lay on hands, some whatever is spread around, no problem. You can enjoy the rest of your night here in the Easy Speaker, which now doesn't have an owner, but they don't know that yet, so they just keep operating as if business as usual.
Pooh
As
wanna
such-
fix that.
Could be a nice investment.
I was gonna say,
You know, you might be onto something there.
listen, what if we bought the bar? As if this
I don't hate
Need
that.
more
idea.
honeys.
I don't hate it either. I don't hate it at all. Speaking
Were
of
you going
which,
to tell us about this? What,
I feel like Alejandro could afford it.
Hmm?
He's a businessman
Okay.
for sure.
Right,
Let
yeah.
me-
So the mask is off now.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, mask off, as the kids like to
Oh.
say. Listen, things got a little complicated. I tried to keep my identities separate to protect the people that I care about, and there's not many people. So I honestly don't even know why I was really doing it to begin with. But thank you. You all saved my life.
Who's gonna walk up to you and like they're still just like absolutely bloody, just open wounds,
Oh,
just
that's
face
vomit.
swollen, like a little bit of spit up on their chest,
Bring it in.
and they're just gonna walk up to you,
Bring it in.
just full face, and just be like, "So happy to know that you all are my friends and that you're safe. I'm so glad." And he's just gonna try to hug you. They're gonna try to hug you.
Likewise, my friend. Some honey whiskey on me.
Oh, God.
Incredible. And as you're all sitting around a table enjoying the atmosphere and discussing future plans and your relationships with one another and everything like that, the barbershop quartet, the Three Musketeers, start a new song as a very old man, tall, even hunched over, is like above 6 feet tall. Like if he stood at his full height, would even be like 6'7" maybe. This incredibly gaunt man wearing like winter clothing, like has like a top hat, small little, oh, here we go, perfect use for these, small little glasses, and a scarf and stuff. And he comes over, and Watson, you recognize this man. You've dealt with him once or twice. This is Ebenezer Scrooge.
Mhm.
As he walks over to you and says,
Well, Mr. Watson. Hey, how you doing, bud? What's going on?
Hello, Mr. Scrooge. Quite well,
Very
actually. What can I do for you?
Did you talk to the ghost? Christmas past. You talked to him?
No, I haven't spoken to any ghosts.
Okay, I talk to 3 every night.
Every night.
Every night, and then I wake up and I have a goose. Listen to me, boy. You gotta eat goose.
Goose a day keeps
It's
the
good
doctor
for you.
away. Yes, I've heard that.
That's what they say. But listen here. No, more important stuff. Come over here. Come over here.
and he tries to separate you from the group a little bit. He seems incredibly like paranoid, but you're kind of used to some of this.
Right.
He goes,
Okay, so I was talking to the ghosts. You understand? I was talking to him. Christmas present?
Of course. Of course.
Nothing. You're not going to get much out of that guy. Christmas future. I'm a big fan. We're friends. We're close. We're like this. But Christmas past, he told me about a little something or other. Are you familiar with flying apparatus?
Somewhat. I kind of keep my own with me. And I'll
What do you mean? You got
stretch
flying apparatus with you?
my wings out.
Oh, yes. Okay, biological. I understand what you're doing there. That was a good one. Okay. You got your own. I see. Yes, very good. But no, wrong. completely wrong.
Right.
Couldn't be further.
I
from the
imagine
truth.
you're talking about some form
talking
of
about
airship of
A
some
passenger sort of. Yeah,
Right,
yeah. You get a bunch of people. Listen, I heard that there's one's been invented. The ghosts told me.
the goose. Did you then proceed to eat the goose?
No. The ghost. Sorry.
ghost.
Sometimes ghost and
Right.
goose sound similar.
I heard goose, and I was very
that's
confused
fair.
for a moment.
No, I don't blame you.
Man.
I don't blame you at all. But no, a flying apparatus has been invented, it seems, and it has come into existence here in the public domains. But it's new. It's dangerous. Who
Dangerous
knows
how?
what people will do with it if it falls into the wrong hands? Watson, I talked to the ghost,
Right.
and I talked to the goose. You gotta find it. Either destroy it, or control it, or something. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. You're a good egg. A goose egg. Anyway, I gotta go.
Right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And he scurries off.
Mm.
And as Watson is receiving that information, Alice, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Not
Is
weird.
Alice within 10 feet of me?
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Ah,
Pulled away.
Did it on purpose.
I'm a stinker.
oh wait, that wasn't my saving throw. Just kidding.
Silvery barbs. I'm just kidding.
God, that wasn't right. 15, just an extra +3. It's an 18 total on my save.
Okay. With an 18, you feel as if a hand with long fingers and even longer nails just sort of like crawls up the back of your neck and over your head. And as soon as you like go to look for it and look around, there's nothing there. And you're confused and perplexed. And then you feel another tapping, like a hand on your shoulder, and you turn around. And when you turn back to face your friends and start to maybe inquire, like, is anybody else feeling this? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Mhm.
The rest of you see Alice pass out. She just
Oh,
goes
shit.
unconscious on the table.
How many drinks did she have?
I know she had one too many beads.
Alice, when you come to, you're not in the speakeasy. You're in a dark room. Light is barely trickling through some cracks in like a cement wall as you're sitting on this like old leather chair where like the leather has cracked, and like that like old leather where at the sides it's like hardened and is almost like cutting into you. And as you're sitting there, you hear a terrifying and yet familiar and almost, it's so weird because it's like on one hand so scary, but on the other hand it's like comforting in a very strange way. As you hear the Wicked Witch of the East speak to you from just outside of the shadows. And she goes, "So, Alice, I guess it's time that we should talk." And that is where we were going to end this episode
How dare
of the
you?
public domains.
How dare you?
Thank you, gang, so much for watching. Tune in next time. Same time next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays and through October 11th, public domains. You can catch us there. Stick around for Action Surge, where we're going to talk about the session and stuff like that. And follow us on all of the things. There's a link, I believe, in the bio. Gosh, I hope there is. There should be, right?
There should be, yeah. I think
God
at least
dang,
the
if
link
there's
trees.
not,
At least the link trees in
we are
there.
going to look like idiots, Taylor, if there's not a link in the bio. No, there's got to be. But
Now I'm
that's so
panicking.
funny.
Now I feel like I have to check.
I know, right? I'm sorry. So, yeah, check out all of our stuff. We have a podcast, So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master. There's a TikTok and Instagram, a Patreon, a YouTube, a Patreon, and a Twitch. There's a bunch of things. We're on almost all of the social media apps, except for a couple, because come on,
Come on.
give us a break.
I feel you.
Come on.
If everybody would like to go around before we enter into our Action Surge, and tell us who you are and where people can find you.
Yes, I'm Alex, Winnie the Pooh. You can find me on socials, TikTok and Instagram as Pisces Moon Paladin.
I'm Jen. You can find me as Cancer Moon Cleric on TikTok and Instagram.
Hey, there you go. All right, it's Daniel. Hi, everyone. How's it going? That's at Daniel the DM on TikTok and YouTube. That's about it. See you there.
I'm Kayla. I'm usually from the Potions and Potpourri podcast. You can find us under Potions and Potpourri on most of the socials and wherever you get your podcast. And you can also find me playing in games across the internet on all sorts of people's channels like this.
And I'm Taylor. I'm also in So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master. I also do the podcast thing. You can find me at all the things down below, which I just checked. It's all there.
We did it, gang.
We did it.
Heck yeah. So thanks again for watching, and tune in next time.